Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Trading Us Cards, with your tarot card reading for the next full moon phase from 12th until 27th of August. This one is a full moon in Aquarius, later moving into Pisces, so it's a lot of water in that airy energy, and Libra, you as a cardinal air, probably going to realize something about how you are balancing out other people's emotions, a little Pisces-like, right? So even without them knowing, you are taking on a lot of their stuff, right? But you have to realize, at the very least, you have to realize how you are taking on other people's energies and how you are working with that, right? Because as a Libra, you are taking the energy of the underdog in the room. You are like always rooting for the underdog, and if you move into a room with a lot of stressed people, you're going to be the calm one. If you're moving into a room with a lot of calm people, you're going to be freaked out by how calm they are. So it's going to be freaking interesting how you realize something about how you are working with energy. I'm sorry for all the trucks out here. There's a lot of construction going on in Bali, especially around this area where I'm at right now in Ungasan. Never mind, I still hope you can understand me. That being said, this is a general reading. If the message doesn't resonate for you, feel free to drop the message. If it does, drop a comment, like, subscribe. Also, I don't do love readings. If love comes up in a reading, that is totally on you, because you are manifesting it, and I don't want to project anything into your reality that is not supposed to be there. So, Libra, let's get into your DNA spread and see the energies of these 2 weeks that you will be working with and will be working through. In the spot of the 0, there is a 2 of Cups in reverse. So, interesting. Your soul decided to give up a commitment. Probably not exactly to a person. I mean, like, if a 2 of Cups is in manifestation, that is like, okay, could be a relationship ending, whatever. If the 2 of Cups is in the 0 in the soul spot, that is you ending how you stand towards something greater, but something balancing out in a sense, right? So there's a yin-yang aspect in there. There's how you feel about both sides and how you want to work with that, yada yada yada. So let's see how this manifests in your reality. But it seems like there is some commitment that you decided against from a soul perspective, where you're like, you put a lot of love in, but at some point you're like, yeah, but what for? Does it make me happy? Let's see how this is playing out, right? In the spot of the 9, there's a Father of Pentacles. That is, well, you trying to be the provider, or you balancing out energies, and also you grounding yourself within yourself. I mean, that I feel it like it's so your energy. It's so you finding balance by stopping balancing other people's emotions, right? So letting go of that commitment towards the emotions of other people, in a sense, right? So your challenge, or the theme of your experience, is being that Father of Pentacles, feeling grounded and balanced, and like a father figure, manifesting that in reality, right? Feeling compelled to provide, but not exactly, not exactly challenged about it, but realizing that you actually like it in a sense, right? And the more you're proud of the way you work, right, and you are energetically working with people, and well, not only energetically, I mean, like, this is Pentacles, right? So the more you're proud about being a Father of Pentacles, the more energy you have to fulfill that role, and the more fun it will be, and not just a burden for you, right? So if you realize what you're doing as a Libra, that you kind of work like a Pisces, sort of, but in a little more airy and cognitive way than a Pisces, right? Pisces energetically clearing the room, and you be like trying to balance an argument, but it's kind of the same deal, right? Balancing out the things around you. But the more you realize that you actually like doing that, the more energy you get from it, and the more you be capable in that sense. But it's also kind of drawing a line in a sense. Let's see how this experience is Well, manifesting. So in the spot of the manifestation, there is, this is so cute, there is the Lovers. There is the Lovers. That is so cool. So your soul decided to quit half-assed commitment, and you are with that manifesting full-on commitment, right? So you want something you can pour your heart and soul into, and where you can like balance people out, and your balance. I mean, like the Lovers is also a card for balance, right? And yeah, for separation, but it's about how you deal with other people and other energies. So coming from a Two of Cups in reverse into a Lovers is you commanding another type of commitment, right? And wanting to go deeper, wanting things to be more real, right? And balancing out stuff, right? That is very freaking amazing. Let me see how this balances out around the middle. On the spot of the Wand, there's an Eight of Cups in reverse. That Eight of Cups is you not putting up with emotional bullshit anymore, right? So it fits the narrative of the Two of Cups in reverse. It's like, okay, if this half-ass emotion is what you want to present to me, you go work on yourself, right? I'm not working with this, right? If you want to show up right. And on the other side, there is that Empress. That Empress is your intuition and your sense of self-worth, and also your desire to be nurturing, which is kind of telling you, don't pour your emotion, your energy into broken cups. It's gonna spill, right? You're moving away from those broken cups into your Empress energy, into knowing your worth, being led by your intuition towards only accepting something better in your reality, right? More commitment. That is very freaking cool. What you learn from that on the Spirit axis is to get out of your head. There's a Nine of Swords in reverse, right? So you'll be like, what the fuck am I worrying for here? That's actually, it's not the idea that I'm worrying here about what feels like the problems of other people. Like, I'm here to be that Empress, right? To be supporting and whatnot, but I don't actually have to take on their worries, right? That is very interesting. So you walking away from emotions you don't need to have, not exactly from people, but from making those emotions your own, from entertaining the worries of other people. I feel that's what this is about, right? Surrounding that Father of Pentacles, there's the Three of Swords and the Son of Wands in reverse, which is interesting. Very interesting. That Three of Swords and the Father of Pentacles looking right at the Three of Swords. There's a strong sense of, yeah, well, sticking to a thought, right? That is kind of keeping you a little trapped. On the other hand, it is impairing that Son of Wands to move forward, in a sense. So, as long as you believe something to be shitty, that desire to turn it around is not exactly coming through, right? As long as that Father of Pentacles is looking onto the Three of Swords, the Son of Wands is not going to turn around. But that's quite interesting, because you're coming from such a positive energy of just like, no, wait. I'm working differently here. Like, I'm standing tall in my self-worth, working with my intuition. This intuition is moving into a Three of Swords. So it seems to me that you are revisiting a mindset you used to entertain and you used to suffer from, in a sense. So that makes me think that it's something from the past that you've been holding on to. It's not exactly, maybe it is in your present. Maybe it is like you feeling betrayed by a Son of Wands in reverse, where you're like, okay, so that passion is missing. but Two of Cups in reverse right here, right? That's where you're coming from. It's like, but you told me there was that passion about what you're doing, or about what we are doing here. So if that passion is not exactly coming to fruition, then you've been cheating me. Then you're stuck in this energy, right? So this could also be you seeing the problem for what it is, that someone around you used to balance, or you are balancing, is not exactly learning his lesson with this Three of Swords. So maybe this Three of Swords is not even your pain point here, but you addressing someone's pain point right here, which is you like, okay, let's move away from this bullshit energy, from this bullshit feelings, get out of our head a bit, use the intuition, and then address what needs to be addressed. Why you are not exactly moving into the direction of your passion, because I can't be the one to pull you there. You have to go there yourself, right? And that is quite interesting. You can provide the space, but you don't actually have to take on the bullshit, but it seems like you are putting the finger into the wound, right? This, of course, is also a reflection of your own. However, whoever that Son of Wands is in your life, this is a reflection of you having the feeling to be let down, in a sense, right? And also of them having the feeling to not be like worthy, or feeling betrayed by whatever, universe or whatever. So it is both, right? Even if that Son of Wands is someone around you, but I feel like you are in a very stable energy right here, and very grounded, right? Or at least that is that Father of Pentacles. I mean, like, you're standing tall in the middle of all of this. Very interesting. Let's see this moving further into manifestation, how this dynamic shows up in your reality. There's an Eight of Swords, balanced by your Moon in reverse. So yeah, it's about a realization, something coming to light about how you were standing in your own way. And by you, I mean plural, right? You and whoever you're dealing with, right? So the Moon is about something unknown, something subconscious, and you realizing something about an Eight of Swords, so something about an abundance of thoughts that are deeply rooted, were deeply rooted. I really want to see what is the takeaway from this. And the spot of the 6 right here, what's the takeaway from these energies balancing out? A Seven of Cups. It's like, stop shitting yourself. Tell me how you really feel, right? You are like, whoever it is you're dealing with, and of course you're kind of dealing with yourself right here, is like, there are some mindsets that are keeping you trapped, but they are coming to the surface, and those feelings they are tied to are to be addressed, right? So this commitment can be true, it can be heartfelt, right? So as long as there is a Three of Swords in there, and an Eight of Swords, right, then that commitment cannot fully come to fruition. But the Lovers is, like I said, also a card of balancing shit out, right? So the Empress showing you a pain point with the Three of Swords and bringing it to light with the Moon in reverse, by manifesting it, right? So there is going to be a confrontation with that pain point, one way or another, right? It's going to be like, duh, right? It's like, I kind of knew this would happen. Yeah, well, why did you know it? And if you knew this would happen, why did you project it, right? Because knowing something will happen is not exactly always intuition. It is rather the conviction that is gonna then create the fact, right? So, on the other hand, you're moving away from an Eight of Cups into a Son of Wands, into an Eight of Swords. So moving away from that things that, like feelings that don't serve you, like stressing out about other people's bullshit, right? Into a Son of Wands in reverse, which is, well, wanting to make things right, but not exactly taking action, because you realize it's not exactly your shit to deal with. Only thing you can do is hold space and realize that pain point, right? So that is then transforming into an Eight of Swords, which is a lot of stuff to deal with for that person. Well, maybe in turn for you, but you're not stressing out about it anymore, right? You're not stressing out about it anymore. I'm not talking so much about another person, because there is a Two of Cups in reverse and there is a Lovers. So you're moving from a Two of Cups into a Lovers, and it doesn't exactly have to be about another person, but it's rather how you relate to other people, right? And how you kind of gently point them towards their own imbalances without trying to be the one balancing, right? Without taking on their bullshit. That is quite interesting. So you learning something about your own emotionality, right? Where you're like, I actually don't have to feel like that, right? I actually just, like, and if I don't feel like I have to, or think like I have to feel like that, then I'm way more open to actually being there, to actually being really committed for the right reasons, and well, to bring that out in people, to commit to themselves, to commit to their own passion or whatever, and yeah, and also in the way they're dealing with you, to be authentic and all that stuff. So that's a very interesting thing. That is a very interesting thing. So there is a challenge in this reality manifesting, which is very, seems a little tough, because there is an Eight of Swords. There's a lot of thoughts surrounding that which is unknown, right? And you're coming to the realization about the emotions that are attached to it, right? But it seems to me that it's not exactly your own experience, but the experience you have with other people's experiences, for that matter, right? How you are dealing with that, how you are holding space for that, how you are committing to that, right? Being there for them without taking on their shit. So that is a cool learning from that. And you are standing tall in your Father of Pentacles, right? Fighting back into your own groundedness. Very beautiful reading. Libra, if that resonated with you, feel free to drop a message, drop a comment, and let me know, right? And yeah, thank you so much for being with me.